Hey guys, welcome to a new easy video tutorial, and today I'm going to be talking about MVC or Model View Controller. It's a design pattern that's used heavily in web design and sometimes in other types of programming, and basically I'm just going to go over what it is, the concepts behind it, and why people use it. So first, let me label these boxes. This is our model, this is our view, this is our controller, and this is our database. So basically, the model's only role is to handle data representation. So it handles a connection to a database, gets information, and then models that in a way that's correct. So for example, if you wanted to get first name, last name, email, etc. of a user, you would make a user model object, and that would get information from the database and have all of that information ready for whatever requested it. So generally how it works is your model sends information to the controller. The controller then takes that information and runs logic on it. So after the logic is run on the controller to do whatever you need to do, whether that's parsing JSON files, adding values, multiplying, whatever you actually need to do in your program, then you take that new information and send it over to the view. The view then takes that information and displays it to the user. So the view itself is the graphical aspect of any given program. So for websites, it's the HTML or the CSS or the visual graphics, images, that kind of thing. So this information is all passed in from the controller, but, however, it can be passed in from the model itself. Generally, though, 90% of data has to have some sort of logic applied to it before it's displayed to the end user, whether that's sanitization, editing, formatting, what have you. Something usually happens in the controller that sends this over. So how exactly does this help? What does this really gain you? So the main advantage is that it really decouples these three aspects. So for example, if you're having logical errors, stuff that is breaking, error codes, that type of thing, you just have to look in the controller. You don't have to look in the view or the model because they're totally separate. Same goes for view. If you're having color issues, size issues, visual glitches of any kind, you don't have to look through all of your controller code or any of your model code. You just go straight to the view and find out what's wrong. And lastly, the model. This is one of the big advantages, is that it's totally separate. The model doesn't care if it's sending information to the view or the controller. All it does is model data in some way that you set up. So generally, this is why web designers use it. They set up this type of model to database connection. They have their controller running PHP, C# or something like that to handle all of the logic, and then they output the view to an HTML file or CSS. So I hope you guys like that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks.